Hey everybody. Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Tonight is the first night we are doing a live stream here at this new place. And I know it looks funny, and I'm super sorry about that. It'll get better. This is a work in progress. A work in progress. Geez Louise. I didn't even think I was going live tonight until earlier. I thought we were going to do it tomorrow night and then change the plans. We were doing it tonight. So friggin' do it. It's dark. I know it's dark. It's probably a bit echoey. You can probably hear the furnace. Forgot to turn off the heat. It's fine. It's fine. That's just the way it works. Hopefully this is running okay. I'm using my phone as a mobile hotspot at the moment for this stream. Tomorrow it all gets better. Tomorrow's a good day. Tomorrow's a big day. Jeez. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome friggin' in. Roger D was here super early. What's going on, Roger? Univ Poke. Boy, that's a hard one. Ivy Poke. Welcome. Roger D. Chris Buzalencia. Whiskey Central. What's going on, Shayla? Roger D. DC, the legend himself. Wendy Miller. Hey, Wendy. Drew Furstenberger. I love that name. That's just the best name. Freedom's in the house, America. What's going on? Mojo 88, bass and bourbon. Yes, I do bass fish, Mr. Mojo. And I trout fish when I get the chance. I haven't been fishing in a while, but when I get the chance, I still plan on doing some bass and bourbon footage. It's gonna be a good time. Julie L's in the house. Julie. Miss you, Julie. Where's Dan? Hopefully Dan's watching. Freaking miss you guys. So bad. My mama's in the house. Hi, Mom. Hopefully everything is going well down in Florida. Miss you. Big bunches. Brian Calfee's in his house. Malcolm Brown, welcome in. Chris Buzalencia, how's it going? Kilco. Oh, man. Josh Randall's here. Dave Markowski. Old Man Joe, the old OMJ himself. Sugar Kitty, Stephen Hill. John's Liquor Foulmouth. Pretty sure it's how you pronounce that. What's going on? Jeez Louise. Bourbon Baller says, what's up, Matt? What's up, Baller? Friggin' Bourbon Baller. What's going on? 122 people in chat already watching me in the dark. In the basement in the dark. Thank you all so much. Bourbon Beginnings, how are you? Roy R. Does Things. What are you doing now? Just wondering. Ricardo Serrano. That's a badass name, brother. Ricardo Serrano. It's like Steal Your Girl kind of name right there or something, I would imagine. Shane Long. Going long on a Friday night. Thank you all so much for being in chat tonight. Appreciate you so stinking much. David's Brick. Cole George. Mr. Wow. Gabus Man. Nick Jones. Deanie. What's going on, Deanie? How are you? Austin Feltz. Feeling it. Emily Chambers. DC says gluggity glug glug. Todd Karwinski. Kwarsinski. What's up from Bam, Alabama? Oh, man. It's just, nothing much. Just doing this. It's Friday. Uncle Robbie's in the house. What's going on? Adam Davis and hello. Brian Hildebrand is the brand himself. It is dark. I get it. I didn't think it was this dark to begin with, but it's kind of dark. We left my mother-in-law's house and father-in-law's house a few days ago. And I had ordered new lighting for the videos for the channel, and they were originally supposed to be here already. But guess what? Not going to be here till Monday. So make do with what you have. Chicken salad from chicken shit is what they say, and I'm just making it work. We're back in the Grand Rapids area, Lower Michigan, and getting settled in at the new place. And we're super excited to be here for 12 weeks. I don't know. It's a new chapter, a new day. Just can't wait to see what's next. It's so cool. So I appreciate all of you guys so much for being here, guys and gals. Dark equals intimate. I agree. Let's get intimate. Intimately. Can you guys, is the boiler, the furnace running really loud? It's loud to me, but I don't know if it's loud to you. If it's loud to you, I can go shut off the heat. Or I'll yell to my wife, it's extremely loud. Shut off the heat! And then she'll say, how? And I'll be like, just do it. I'll be there in a second. That's what I would say. If it's loud, I'll figure it out. Roger D says, let's get this Friday night started. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Roger Frigandy. It's not dark. The bottles are in witness protection. Yeah, maybe they are. Hit the like button, says Bourbon Beginnings. That's a great idea. Super, super good idea. David Rios is in the house. Daniel Kerber says, can't hear heat on my headphones. Oh, good. It's good. It's good. Hells yes. We're good then. We'll stay warm and live stream. I feel so weirdly dark. Like my face is illuminated a little, but that's it. That's it. I feel good, but I feel dark, but bright. That's okay. It's weird that I'm used to having a light like right here in my face and then up here on my head, and then I feel like I'm in a box of light. But tonight, I just feel like I'm in a box of not light, which is all right. It's just different. Is it out of my comfort zone? A little bit, but that's good. It's a good thing to do. Dan L's in the house. Friggin' Dan. Love you, brother. Your video with Julie was really funny. The Taste Like Bourbon video. Loved it. Boiler isn't not your next door neighbor coughing to death. You're good. That's funny. That's really funny. Actually hilarious because couple things. We were renting from the same people who we rented from back then last year. So we're back in one of their houses, one of their homes. I told them about the channel. I told them that the internet here was not good because it was good. It was bad for this anyway. And they were like, you know what? We'll take care of it, which is amazing. So big shout out to Melanie and her hubby, Jeremy, because they have Comcast coming tomorrow to get better internet here, so I don't have to use my phone for mobile hotspot because I'm sure that wouldn't work for very long. So super, super cool of them. Appreciate them a lot because otherwise I don't know what we would do. Probably not stream. Probably not. Bourbon Wrench says I look slightly arousing. That's pretty weird considering. Never have looked that way a day in my life. Maybe a day. Probably a week at one point. But not at this point in my life. It's probably just you. It's probably just you. The Prisoner, buy or pass. I like it. I like the Prisoner. I haven't had it in a while. I always say with bottles that expensive, always try it before you buy it if you can. For show. Do that for show. Mr. Wow, all we need to see is your face drinking a bourbon. Hells yeah. You don't look so pale, and Michigan. And Michigan. Confusing me already. Hey, Thrasher's in the house. Cheech Artolino. What's going on, everybody? Dusty Dan's in the house. Hey, Dusty. Next week, I'll just get this out of the way right away. Next week on the channel, I will have Dusty Dan and Jason from the Mash and Drum next Friday night, 10 o'clock. And I sent them both a flight. And we're just going to do just have a little fun. I'll drink along with them. And it's going to be just, I don't know, maybe just some fun. And we're going to just BS and have a great time. So next week is going to be great and awesome. Spectacular. I had ideas for tonight. The idea was to go through the collection because I think probably one of the most requested things I get, like one of the most, I can't even talk. What the hell's wrong with my mouth? One of the most common questions I get is just about making a video about my collection. And I never have because it's always in totes or like that's the reason. And then I thought today I'd do it. And then I realized how hard it's going to be. We can still do it. It's just going to be difficult and you're going to have to just bear with me because we got totes, we got bottles on the floor, we got bottles everywhere. So we can do it. But it'll be a struggle. Just let me know. Otherwise, we can just get shit-faced. And by shit-faced, I mean, well, let's just do a flight, which is what I'm going to do right now. For sure. Boy, wow. I got this table with my computer on it, and it's swaying back and forth like a 300-story building in a hurricane. Basically falling apart here. Oh. I was using it in the UP for this, and it was working fine. But now it's really wobbly. That's a bummer. DC says, but first pour something new. All right, let's do it. Let's pour something new, and then we'll go through the collection. And the flight I'm doing tonight, I was going to do like a 10-pour flight of stuff. I posted that in my Facebook group, the ADHD Whiskey Facebook group. But I then realized I don't have enough of the same matching glasses anymore because some of my Glens, like the writing got all worn off of them. So it's impossible to blind myself with a flight that big. But I do have 6 matching glasses. So I was thinking of doing Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery 1, 2, 3, and 4, and also their Apple Brandy and the Pfeiffer Pavitt Reserve 2. That's 6. Sounds good to me. That's what I'm going to do. I already made up my mind. How many bottles do you have to be considered a collection? And that's the thing is I said collection because what does it even mean? It's just like it's just a bunch of liquid that gets consumed at some point. So is it? I don't even know what to consider it. You're asking me the wrong question because I don't know the answer to it. All right. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to label these glasses A through F, and then we're going to pour the flight. And as I go through the flight, I will also go through the bottles, the collection, I guess you could say. Sounds like a fair game to me. I don't know. This is a weird night. First night at a new place always feels strange. I'll get settled in probably. Next week I'll feel pretty comfortable with the lighting. Hopefully that comes. And then after that it's game on. Game on, bitches. But yeah, the first time streaming in a new place is just awkward. I don't have anything organized. Everything is everywhere. Just a disaster. Kind of like my life. If you were to get a look into my life, you would be like, Porter, we did not know. But wow. It's terrible. You probably already know. All right. That's a D. I already got a sticker. Oh, that's missing it. F. There we go. All right. So tonight's going to be a really chill night. It's going to be a fun night. 183 in chat. Thank you all so much for being here. We're going to rock it out. We're going to do a flight, go through some whiskey, and just BS a little bit. BS a little bit tonight. Kind of have a real relaxing stream. Nothing crazy. Nothing goofy or, If you guys have any questions tonight about anything, fling them. Let's have a little Q&A while we do it, right? Let's just have a fun time, a good time. Relax. Tells us what you're drinking. Trev Wilson says, lick that like button. He says, lick it. It's not going to do anything. It won't do anything. DC said, pour something new, and I will do that. Let me find something new. Oh, boy. Okay. I wasn't going to open this for a while, but whatever. DC told me to do it, so I'm going to do it. This is a 13-year Mayor Pingree. I was going to save it for a special occasion, but guess what? Tonight's a special occasion. Open. If I could get it open. Yeah, see, Paul tried to lick the like button. Didn't do anything. Nothing. All right. Oh, wow, the cork's in there. Good. Why are you not coming out? What on earth? What the heck? I've never experienced such a... America. I think I was grabbing part of the bottle. I think that's what happened. All right. Being alive is a special occasion. Agreed. Oh, that's a dusty glass. There's a lot of, what the heck is in there? What? I just moved, and apparently we've got some dust in this one. That glass is not going to work. Let's see. My life's a mess. I have no idea. I can't even find a. What do you look? Oh, that's worse. I'll use this glass. That was Fusion 4. It's really good. It's really good. Adds fiber to your diet. No. If you're not subscribed to ADHD Whiskey, why not? Join the fun. Thanks, Cheech. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Let me know. What's everyone else drinking in chat tonight? What do you got going on? It's Friday night. We're just having a blast. Anyone got anything special in the glass, or are you just sitting there bored, just drinking the same old boring thing? Oh, by the way, did you see this? Julie and Dan, look at your thing, the wheel. Look at the wheel. Look what it does. It just does that now. It's like a, what do you call it? It's like a lazy Susan. It's like a lazy porter. Just spin it and then just grab stuff. Love it. Love it so much. Now that the boiler kicked off, the old furnace, so quiet. Feels so nice. Now I can think and swirl and spin and twirl. Double rise in the house. Oh, 121. Nice. Special release Jack Daniel's Rye. Awesome. The whirling Ouija wheel of whiskey. Hells yeah. And instead of using it with the glasses right now, I'm just using it as like a turntable, like DJ Matt Porter would do back in his heyday. Alberta Premium Cast Strength. Nice. Del Bach Distiller's Cut. The heck is that? The Maddie Gladden. I don't even know. No idea. Oh, what's this? I made it a lazy porter for now. I'll use it for its intended purposes later. But I was like, how can I make this back here somewhat cool? And then I was like, guess what? Spin it up. Little spin job. Little spin action. Get the Glens dizzy. Everybody raise a glass. Whatever you're drinking. This is a new pour for me. 13-year Valentine Distillery from MGP. Little Pingree Black Label. Whatever's in your glass, spin them, twirl them, shake them, get them dizzy, and cheers. Let's friggin' do it. Let's do it. It's going to be a good night. Good grief. Blackberries. Blackberries on there. Wow. With a furnace off, echoes everywhere. I'll try to keep my voice quiet so you don't really hear it, but listen to this. Just wait. Echo. Hear that? Yeah, it's brutal. I need to like soundproof this thing. So strange. Graham, cheers back to you, brother. What kind of Glen is that? Is this a Tua glass? This is a Tua glass. It is the most pretentious glass I own. And I say that with the most pretentiously I can have, if that's a word. That sounds like a prison, actually. Oh, there we go. Here comes the furnace again. Kicking her back up. Getting rid of the echo. It's a Tua glass. Tuath or something, maybe? I don't know. Tony G taking a break from homework. Good man. Enjoy some, man, the Wild Turkey Masters Keep bottled and bond, brother. That's one of the best. I wish I didn't drink all mine like a savage. Okay. America. All right. The flight tonight is Discovery, Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series 1 versus 2 versus 3 versus 4 versus Bardstown Copper and Kings Apple Brandy versus Pfeiffer Pavitt Reserve 2. I don't have a pen and paper, so I'm going to have to remember this. Here comes the furnace, just kicking it up. Discovery 1 is going to go in A because it's the first letter. The first number goes with the first letter. That makes a lot of sense. There we go. Discovery 2, America, is going in B because you better believe that only makes sense. And there it goes. There we go. Those were the easy ones. Slade says apple brandy for the win. That's what I think. Apple brandy, the apple brandy Bardstown is my favorite Bardstown of all time. I've had one sample of the, what do you call it? Chateau de la Baude, and I loved it, but I still thought the apple brandy was better, even though the Chateau de la Baude was really, really good. And I think that if I ever get a Chateau de la Baude, then I will be able to compare it more with other things. But since I don't have a Chateau de la Baude, I can't do that. But one day I will, probably, hopefully. It's one of those things that's just like, will I ever get one? Probably not. Shouldn't? Okay. Now we're already getting people arguing. Don't argue with me, DJ Beacon, you son of a bitch. Just kidding. I love you. Shouldn't number 1 go in glass number 1? They're labeled A through F. And it gets really confusing when you say number 3 is number 2. That's why you have to say C is number 2. Because after a bunch of pours, you start to say things like the fourth glass number 4 is number 1. And then it just, people get, and by people I mean me, get super confused. Gotta use letters. Thrasher says enjoying some Pfeiffer Pavitt along with you. Do you have the initial release or the new one? I have the newest release. It's like their second batch. DC's got a memory on him. Says, remember the awesome night that Tony G kept throwing C notes in chat to keep Matt streaming? Legend. Tony G is a legend. That was when I was in Connecticut, and I had to go to the next morning. We were going to the beach. We were just gonna go beach it with the family for the day, and Tony G was like, how much to keep you for an extra hour tonight? And I was like, I don't know, like $100. And he's like, here you go. And I was like, what the heck? And then he just kept doing it. And then the next morning was brutal. It's brutal. And I had to tell the wife, I was like, listen, that happened. But this is why. So don't be mad. But don't tell Tony G's wife, because she'll be mad. Friggin' Tony G's a gangster. Some of their it's finished in an apple brandy cask. It's not actually apple brandy. Turning Chateau de la Baude into a drinking game. Good. How available is that Pingree Black Label in Michigan? Never seen it in my life. I have a 7-year that was a gift from Michael Klein, and I have this 13-year that came from Massachusetts. Came from Foulmouth, Massachusetts, to be precise. But no, never seen a black label anywhere. Hey, bourbon junkies are in the house. Friggin' bourbon junkies. Dan, what's going on? Okay, he says the background is so pretty. Look at, dude, look at. If you're still here, hopefully he didn't just jump in and leave. Look at that. You can just spin it. You can, but this is like an old TV stand. It's like an old TV, wherever you used to put a TV in. And I was really running out of ideas for how to do this because new house, new rules. And I was like, guess what? We're putting all the bottles in this bitch. And then I'm going to put a turntable and a microphone in there and just spin it up. Tony G remembers that night too. I didn't know if Tony G remembered it or not. I didn't want to bring it up. Thought it might have been a sore subject. But yeah, Tony G's just what a gangster. While I'm way behind. He funded the beach trip. He funded the beach trip and the gas and the trip back home, everything. Hey, Car Ramrod is here. Car Ramrod is here, drinking a liter of whiskey. Brian Pulver's in the house? Okay, I've got 2 poured. I need to do more here. Thrasher says, the Brewbakers were kind enough to hand deliver me the newest version. Heck yeah. The Brewbakers are the best bakers. And by that, I mean they're the best. I've got 1 and 2 poured. Now I need 3. Let me find number 3. Oh, there it is. America. 3 goes in C. Oh, learned my lesson last time. Take that off. It's a very sad day. Look at how much of 3 I have left. It's only a trickle. Only a trickle. I need a 3 real bad. I need another Discovery 3, or I will quit YouTube for a few days. Is that the same level? Is it the same level? Nope, I need more. Oh my gosh, I'm going to kill this bottle. I'm going to kill it. There's still this much. There's still that much. Oh, thank goodness. All right. 3 went in C. Perfect. Friggin' awesome. Will Barrett. My bourbon life has been simplified thanks to you. I don't know how that's possible. I am the most confusing person on the planet. Old Carter and Bardstown, and lots of it. Oh, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. You got to have that too. Thank you, Will. Friggin' Will. Love that guy. Just met him. Already love him. That Will. I like a lot of Wills, actually. Oh, yeah, Dan. Okay, jeez. I'm so far behind. My goodness. Catch up, Porter. I'm not even doing anything and I'm behind. Not even doing a dang thing. Oh my gosh. How did I get that far behind? Okay. If I missed your chats, I'm super sorry. I'm scrolling to the bottom. All right. Now I'm caught up. Cam says, what? No Copper and King's Oloroso Sherry Cask finish? It's so good. I don't have a bottle. I think I might have a sample somewhere, but I don't have a bottle of it. But it's good. It's good for show. Ohio has Bardstown. I'm gonna make a trip to Indiana like soon. Don't tell my wife. She'll know when I tell her. If she's watching, then we need to go to Indiana because Indiana's got Bardstown too. Oh, and I'm pretty sure. Got to double check, but I'm pretty sure that they're releasing in Michigan now, which is where I live, but I haven't seen it yet. So I got to go where I know where it's at for sure. The chats are moving fast. That's BS. Not faster than me. I am super fast. Have I tried Joseph Magnus Triple Cask? No. I've tried Magnus Cigar Blend and a single barrel, but not the Triple Cask. I have not. Andy Stafford, flexing with his gigantic muscles, talking about Stag Junior Batch 15, which I've never tried or never seen a bottle of. What do I need now? Batch 4. I gotta find 4. Oh, just a little bit of a spin for 4. God, that was a good. That was like boom, boom. That was good. E, A, B, C. No, I need D. Where's D at? That's F. What's this? D. There's D. Boom. Okay, got 4. So I've got Discovery Series 1 through 4 poured. Now I need the Copper and King's Apple Brandy. Guessing it's right here. Oh, here. Here's the Copper and King's Apple Brandy. America. My favorite. This has got to win. This is like my favorite ever. If it doesn't win, it's going to do really well. It has to. That's going to go in E because, okay, Apple Brandy will go in E because it's extremely good. Remember that. Is it the same level? Nailed it. Perfect ounce pour. No big deal. All right. And then, whoa, look at that. Spin right around, baby, right around. Pfeiffer Pavitt Reserve 2, the new one. America is going in F. Pfeiffer Pavitt is going in F. Because it's got a friggin' brown label on it. Remember that. Write that down. Oh, not enough. That should be it right there. Did I nail it? Nailed it. Good job, Matt. Good job. Four Roses single barrel. Good stuff. I've had, you know what? I just lied through my teeth. I'm not a huge Four Roses guy. I'm not. I've had a couple single barrels that I really, really love. I drank one of them in like 6 hours. That's a lie. It took me like a couple weeks, but that's really fast for a bottle. So I drank one of them really quick. I really enjoyed, and then I got a bottle from the Minnesota Whiskey Elite. When I did their advent calendar, I fell in love with one, but they're few and far between. Typically not a Four Roses guy, but if you find the right store pick, the cask strength ones are awesome. If you find the right one. And don't get me started on the OESRs or J's and Q's, because why make it so difficult? Why make it so hard? Hey, Laura Stafford's in the house. Cheers back to you, Laura. Laura. All right. Travis Kalbach says, you're going to be slammered. Speak for yourself. Travis. Friggin' Travis. Ken Martin. $50 super chat. What the heck? Thank you. Thank you so much. Celebrating kicking COVID ass. Oh my gosh. Dude, congrats. I hope I never have to get into a tussle with that SOB. With the amazing sample that awesome Dan and Julie like sent me after your show down at their beautiful general manager house. Thanks for the awesome content that helped me make it through. Ken, I'm so happy that you're feeling better. I did not know that was the case. That sucks. Congrats, dude. Thank you for the super chat. You have to do that. Now it's like you're like, I should super chat you if I could, but I can't. But I could. But that's amazing. Great job. If I never need help with it, I'll text you. Be like, how'd you do it? Because terrified of that. Ooh, Dan L. flexing. No BS. Elijah Craig A121 is good. That's what he said. That's what he said. I believe him. Hey, friggin' Phillip. 3180 Phillip. That's how much it costs to fill up. A Suzuki, maybe. $10 super chat. Love the channel, Matt. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Phillip. Appreciate the heck for that. Pray for Texas. Are they still getting hammered with the snow and cold? Jeez, when's enough? Give them back their heat. Man almighty. Oh, I'm really back. How did I get behind again? Ooh. DC, did you crack the rye? DC got a batch for Kentucky Owl Rye today. Hopefully he's enjoying that. DC, are you enjoying it? Are you doing it? Matthew Park says Four Roses has 2 mash bills but 5 different yeast strains. I said don't get into that. I literally said don't do it. Then you did it. OMG. Q. OESOMG. Why did you do that? Drive me nuts. Too complicated. Keep it simple. Stupid is what they told me. And they still do. That's what I tell myself. What's poppin', gangster? Says Nick Foles. What up, brother? Freaking Snoop Dogg. That's what I call him, Nick Foles. I call him Snoop Dogg. Matthew Park says, thanks for reading my comment. Which one was it? Was it the stupid... Was it the stupid one about the Four Roses? Yeah, it was. You're welcome. Don't ever do it again. Next time Matthew Parks mentions Four Roses, OES whatevers, put him in timeout. Don't want to hear about it. Taste and sensibility. I'm just kidding. Love you, dude. Thank you so much for being here. 261 in chat. 261. That's my goal weight. Maybe in a few years we'll get there. Taste and Sensibility says, looking forward to Whiskey Weekend in April. Me too. April, 21st, I think? Through the 24th? Whiskey Weekend in Louisville. I will be there. If you guys haven't heard, Whiskey Weekend in Louisville with the podcast guys. Going to be there as like a special guest, which is super strange to say. But yeah, if you're interested, go to whiskeytainment.com or the podcast. Google the podcast or Whiskey Weekend. You'll find that information. And I think they still have tickets left for it. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure. Hey, Cheech Artolino, dropping whiskey merchandise links. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna mix these glasses up. Oh, what if I did this? What if I did it? What if I did this? Okay, they're not gonna fit. Never mind. I was gonna put them on the spin board and then spin them all in a circle, but I'll make a mess. So I'm just gonna pick them up and like move them around, which is exactly why Julie made me the spin cycle board, so I wouldn't have to do this. But then I'd use the spin cycle board for something else. All right, spinning it around. Don't know what's which. Don't know what's what. Don't know what's going on. Don't know where I'm putting this. Don't know where I'm putting that. Maybe over there. No, probably right there. Maybe I'm going to take this one, which I don't know what it is. Put it right there. And this one goes right here for a second. Right there. Now don't do that because you'll drop it. And right there. We'll spin these up just to confuse me a little further. You're going to spin it around. And then we go. All right. Now I'm looking and I'm spinning and twirling. I don't know which one is which. No clue, no idea. We're just getting these things all super confused. And I honestly have no idea which one is which. But I know that at least one person out there doesn't believe me. And that one person needs to believe me because I do not know. They're in a random order. Porter has no idea. All right. Old Forester 1920 thoughts is good. It's really good for $60. It's a great bourbon. I'm going to be honest. I've had some consistency things with it where one bottle's really good and another bottle's not quite as good, which is strange. But at the same time, they're blending stuff. It's hard to get the same product every single time you batch it. But I love it. It's good stuff. I'd buy 30 bottles if I were rich, but I'm not. So I'll buy one for sure. There are only 100 spots and they were going fast. Yeah, I know there were 100. I thought last time I checked, there was like 80 some tickets sold possibly. But yeah, I don't know if there's any left right now. Oh, Brian, I confused Brian. That's good. You're watching me at 1.25 speed, which is big. Okay, that's what Tom Lawrence is watching me at 1.25 speed. You could probably kick that up to like 10x, and it might sound like I'm talking normal speed. But I mean, it's just I talk slow, so there's that. All right, I've got a flight here, which I'm going to taste through. I'm going to just put them in some sort of a row so that I know which one I taste. And I guess we'll talk about the old whiskey collection. Basically all bourbon and basically all rye. There's very few things that aren't bourbon or rye in my collection. Very few. And I'm just using the word collection loosely because what does collection even mean? Who knows? First class. Delicious. Wonderful. Sweet. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Wow. A little ethanol forward, weirdly enough. But very sweet. Very cinnamon, appley, a little bit cherry on there, but not like traditional maraschino cherry, more like a real cherry. Like you go to Traverse City, Michigan, the cherry capital of the world, and you pick a cherry off of a tree, and then you wash it, because if you don't wash it, it'll taste like pesticide, which this does not smell like. It smells like the actual cherry. Huh. Oh boy. See, this is when I get confused. I don't read the chat for a second, and then I get completely lost. if you're into whiskey, you have to have tried 1920. Yeah, for sure. I mean, not really. You can be into whiskey and not, because I've honestly never had Woodford Double Oaked, and some people would say I'm into whiskey. There's a lot of stuff that like you'd think that everybody has tried, but I haven't tried. It's just because there's so much stuff out there. So much stuff. Bourbon Beginnings has 3 of the 10 somethings. Not sure what he's talking about. Probably 3 of the 10 friggin'. I don't know. No clue. Julie wants to know if this tastes like whiskey or bourbon. Getting a little bourbon on here. The nose is pure bourbon. Little whiskey. No, this, man, I'm getting actually a little raspberry on here, which I like. I enjoy a lot. It's like red, like really nice red fruits. Not strawberry so much, but definite raspberry. Dare I go thimbleberry? Dare I go that far? We'll find out in a second when I taste it. If it's a little bit bitter, the more bitter it gets, the more thimbleberry it gets. Oh, wow. Okay. Weird. Now the oak is coming through. I didn't get any oak on there until that smell. Now the oak ain't no joke. The oak is just pounding through. I like this. The nose on this glass kicks ass, and I'm going to taste it now. That's really good. What the heck? I like that. Lots of oak presence on here. Little nutty, little oaky. Oh man. I don't like to play the guesser, even though I love playing the guesser. This reminds me of Discovery 4 immediately. The oak and the nutty kind of coming through pretty hard. Super enjoyable. But then again, I haven't had 1 or 2 in a very long time, so I don't remember what those taste like. So I could be wrong, but this is going to be hard to beat. It's oaky. It's got a little bit of nutty. It's like dark fruits. It's kind of like a flavor explosion of all the good stuff that I like in bourbon, which is why I like Discovery Series 3 and 4 so much. So stinking good. Much wood, very nut, says Kilko. Agreed. Much wood, sir. Malcolm Brown. Bourbon Baller says, wow, as soon as I start reading one thing, I start scrolling up and see something else. Kevin Campbell says he's looking forward to the results. Me too. Bourbon Baller wants Bardstown in Washington. I think it should be everywhere. It's just one thing at a time, I think. Pretty sure. Drew Fürstenberg says, I've been into whiskey for 4+ years now, and I was today years old when I first tried 1792 small batch. We all have that one we've overlooked. I've never had 1792 small batch either. Never have. There's just too much. There's too much stuff out there to try it all. If you could time travel to purchase any one bottle you passed on, what would it be? Oh boy. There was honestly, there's only one, I think. Let me double think. When you're brand new to it, you start seeing things and you don't know what is what. So I can't remember exactly what I saw like when I first started, but I did see a E.H. Taylor barrel proof at one of the stores that never gets anything really. And when he does, he marks it up through the roof. And it was like $179, I think. And that was the only one where I was like, you know what? I probably should have bought that because you never see him anyway. But then this year I got one for like MSRP. So guess what? I don't even really regret it that much. But yeah, that's it. Oh, you know what? There was an apple brandy Copper and Kings Bardstown in Indiana that I didn't pick up. But that was well before I was like super invested. That was before I ever spent $100 on a bottle in my life. So I don't have I don't have many of those because I don't ever see anything out there that is crazy or like worth pondering about that much, if you know what I mean. Wigmaster's in the house, says foul mouth. I totally agree. Foul mouth. All right, going to the next class here. I don't even know. Okay, I've got to get into this collection at some point. So let's talk about what's here. And if somebody wants to keep a count while I do it, go ahead and keep a count. I've never counted, except for maybe once a long time ago. I'm assuming there's probably around 100. So if anybody's keeping count, start now. Bourbon Wrench is back. What's up, nerds? Friggin' nerds. I'm going to go over to this. I'm going to go over to live chat on YouTube. I'm going to skip StreamYard. There we go. This might be better to see what's happening. Oh, I like this better. Why haven't I done this more recently? This is good. All right. Let's start. This smells good too. Let's start with unopened bottles. Let's do that. I have a few unopened bottles, actually one less now that I opened that Pingree. So let's do unopened. This is going to be brutal, and I'm so sorry. I have a Kentucky Spirit, one of the old bottles unopened down there. I've got a Michter's Toasted Barrel Rye unopened down there. The backup. I have a Willet 4-year Rye that's unopened because I finished the other one off right before I moved down there. High West Double Rye Gin Finish. Mike Cook, because a gangster sent me that. I have a Hancock's Reserve unopened, which might be in next week's giveaway. I have a 1910 unopened. I have a Discovery Series 4 backup unopened. A High West Double Rye Store Pick finished in a, what the heck kind of barrel is it? Oloroso Sherry Cask. Unopened. Just got that yesterday. And a Belmead Cask Strength Reserve unopened. Those are all my unopened bottles. The rest of them are open. How many times do I go into a liquor store and don't buy anything? Like several times a day, pretty much. I hardly ever buy stuff. I mean, I just go all the time. This one's different. This one smells different. And it smells so good. Cherry cola. That's what this smells like. It's like a really good cherry cola. Hey, Bourbon Buddies is in the house. Says, cheers, you filthy animal. Cheers right back at you, you filthy animal. For lack of a better word to call you back. Oh, if you guys are in the chat, I am like 99% sure that Belmead Cask Strength is back because Dan L told me, I think yesterday or the day before, that he saw some at a store, the Cask Strength ones, not the Reserve, the 108.3, but Cask Strength. And then I went into a store yesterday and I saw somebody who had like 4 cases of Belmead Cask Strength. So I picked one up. I was like, I haven't seen one of these in a while. Might as well grab one. What are the chances? And then I went into a couple other stores who also now have Belmead Cask Strength. So maybe the whole 108.3 proof Belmead Reserve, maybe they dumped it. I don't know. Have you guys seen the Belmead Cask Strength return? Because I did. I did. I saw it. Brian saw some in Florida. So maybe they dumped the old 108.3 thing. Redbreast cask strength small batch. Anyone know how it compares to regular cask strength? Never had me a Redbreast. Never have. This one smells really good. This one smells like a brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart. Man, I don't know. It's so good. Let me taste it. Interesting. Totally different than the first one. Not as much oak. Actually, I'm not getting any. No, there's a little oak on there. Getting a little oak, but not like the magnificent oak I got in the first one. There's zero nuttiness on this. This is more of a citrus fruit. The second glass is more of a citrusy fruit. Weird. It's like a pith of an orange, not like the fruit itself, but like the white coating of an orange. It's like it's like a burnt orange. And I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't think I like it as much as the first glass, but I do like it a lot. Which is strange. Wonder if that one does not taste familiar to me at all. So maybe that's Discovery 1 or 2. Possibly. Here's the third glass. That ain't no Glencairn. Rich Flinchbow. I friggin' know, brother. This is a whiskey Scotch tasting glass. And it's not a Glencairn. It's way heavier. And I think it holds more liquid. And it also twirls better. I love a Glencairn. I do. But I love these too. Look at it go. I'll start it and now watch. This is barely spinning it. And it's spinning faster than anything you've ever spun a day in your life. Now, if I kick it up a notch, then look out. This is when it starts to get a little bit crazy. I'm going at about half speed, and it is a twirling. If it were human, it would throw up. It'd be so dizzy. But it's not. It's bourbon, and it knows what it's dealing with. It's dealing with me, Matt. Just getting spun, just getting dizzy in this whiskey Scotch tasting glass. Is it Scotch? No. But is it whiskey? Yep. And guess what? Nothing. What the heck? Sorry for that apologies. I was hoping to hit you with something. It's a little grapey. Rich Flinchbow says you win. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just. Oh, this is grapey. It's like a grape candy, like grape bubblegum. Centrifuged whiskey is the best and the angriest. Who was it? Make it dizzy, says Will Henderson. Abso-friggin-lutely. A dizzy whiskey is what? A good whiskey. That's what we always say. 269 in chat. Thank you, everybody, for being here. If you got a whiskey in your hand, get it dizzy. For me, please do it. Yeah, this is a little bit grapey, like big league chew grapey. I like it. It's real good. It's like a spicy big league grape big league chew. Interesting. Friggin' like it. The nose on this might be my favorite nose. At first, it smelled like nothing, probably because I got it too dizzy. But then after it regained, like its awareness, spatial awareness, and its equilibrium, then it started smelling wonderful. And equilibrium is a gigantic word for me. So I'll pat myself on the back for that. That's way too many syllables for this guy. Friggin' Furstenberger. Does anyone know if the Maker's 46 cask strength is going to be a regular lineup or just special release material? I don't know that one either. The grape is turning into oak. That's what's happening. Slade Gullidge is so dizzy, his head is spinning. That's just a good song. All right, down the hatch. Oh, That's pleasant and wonderful and nice. What the heck? That is... It's like, the Tootsie Roll Pops? The red Tootsie Roll Pops? It's like the... Right before you get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop, it's like you still get the cherry and the Tootsie at the same time. So it's like right before you get to the Tootsie. It's like you're at the Tootsie, but you also still have some remaining cherry outer candy shell. That's what that tastes like. And I like it a lot. So good. Julie says, oh, she's... Okay, I thought that was a song. Pop 'em, don't watch 'em, only because Dan won't blind pour 'em, and I did for 88. Okay, it's not even a song. It's actually delicious. Just made me lose. Not sure which one. If I was following along, I would have figured it out, but I wasn't. I'm a silly idiot. Ernie Brewbaker's in the house, the Brewbaker maker himself. Friggin' love you, Ernie. Thanks for being in here. 278 people in chat. Hey, if we hit 300, then I don't know. We'll figure something. Let's say 300 in chat. How many likes do we got? 168. That's not enough. There's 275 and only 169 likes. Oh, frustrating. Saddens me. Makes me want to give up and quit. I'm going to tell my wife I'm done with YouTube because there's not enough likes. And she'll tell me that she was the one who gave me the thumbs down and she agrees with my decision. Sad, but true. 192. Now we're talking. 280 in chat. The more likes we get, the more the YouTube spreads the word. That's what I think. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I'm probably right. I'm probably wrong. 200 likes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. This is glass number 4. Or it's the 4th glass I'm smelling anyway. And oh, wow. Different. It's the Aussie Whiskey Guy. Aussie Whiskey Guy says, hi, all the way from Australia. Australia? I don't know. Terrible. I'm so sorry I did that. Forgive me. Please forgive me. I just couldn't help it. But from down under, friggin'. Well, I can't do it. Aussie Whiskey Guy, thank you so much for being here. Young Pei Chang says, smoke wagon ain't no joke wagon. That's true. I agree with that statement 100%. Laura Stafford, Matthew Stafford's beautiful wife, says, I tried carnivore wine this week, which is like the diet, I think, where you only eat meat. So she tried a very meaty wine. Let's see what she says about it. It was aged in a taxi cab with whiskey barrels, really had vanilla and maple notes. Only downside is that it came from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, or California, one of the two. I'm so sorry that joke bombed from the very beginning, Laura, and I apologize. Carnivore wine. Oh, has anybody, listen, don't judge me. Has anybody tried the wine that is made with the cotton candy grapes? Because I kind of want that for my wife. And by want that for my wife, I mean I want to buy that for my wife and I want to drink it. Because cotton candy grapes are the shiz. Kind of want some. Has anybody tried that wine? I know it's not like, I'm not a wine guy. Oh my gosh. What about? Well, hear me out. 12-year MGP finished in a cotton candy wine cask. Oh, what the heck kind of ideas am I coming up with today? Good ones. Freaking good ones. AB Scars Alec is in the house. What's going on, Alec? There are only 2 likes that matter. I understand what you're saying, and I totally agree. Glass 4 smells so good. Lick that button, says Liberty. Hey, Caitlin Brubaker's in the house. Caitlin Brubaker, friggin' just medicine. A genius of medicine, you could call her. The offspring of the Brubaker maker, friggin' Caitlin Brubaker's in the house. Hey, Caitlin, how are you? Thanks for coming in. G. Charlino, if you're not subscribed to ADHD Whiskey, why not? Join the fun. Super, super strong argument for subscribing, Cheech. Thank you so much. Love it. Aussie Whiskey Guy says terrible. Aussie Whiskey Guy says terrible attempt. Boy, with a laugh. It's pretty good. I think I did pretty good. Pretty terrible. DC says, if you were going camping with friends, which I've done before several times, I'm going to taste number 4. What are 2 bottles from your current collection and 2 snacks you put in your bag? Well, I'm the only snack left in this house, so I guess I'm going in the bag. It's a joke. I'm putting a bag of whatever chips I'm in the mood for. Just a big bag of chips because you got to get the crunch. And then a box of Little Debbie's. Swiss cake rolls, maybe. Oatmeal cream pies, possibly. Not cosmic brownies, because cosmic brownies can jump off of a cliff to their death, because terrible. But probably Little Debbie's and a bag of chips for snacks. For whiskey, if I'm going camping with my friends, I don't know. Do I have to impress them? Probably not. Current collection, I will bring... Let me look through what's going on. I'm bringing Obtanium Light Whiskey because it's 147 proof and delicious. And guess what? Does the job if that's what my friends are looking for. And it's amazingly good. And I love it. And also would take... Jeez, I don't know. This is a tough question. Oh, boy. Probably an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, one of them. Just any of them, because I love it. And we're camping. And let's friggin' do it. If we're going to do it, let's do it, right? That's it. Obtanium Light Whiskey, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and we're done. That's it. Julie L. says, I bet Dan L. didn't hit the like button until he read this. What's that tell you? That Julie L.'s the bigger fan of the channel, because Julie L. always has been. Even though I love Dan a lot. And he has gigantic trapezius muscles and a huge barn door-sized back. Oh, Whiskey Central says, wow, I screwed it up. She says that was an awesome Australian accent. It really surprised me. Thank you. I once made a fishing video that I tried that in, and it was bad. It's bad. Alec. Hey, Alec. Question that nobody else will understand the meaning of. Remember that thing we talked about with a thing? Is that actually a thing, or were you just not sober and then told me that there was going to be a thing that there wasn't? Just let me know if that thing exists or will exist, or just write schlammered and then I'll know that it was not ever going to exist, but was a cool thought. Taste and Sensibility wandered over to Martell. What the heck? Oh, to a cognac and art. Oh, quit using words like Ugadale. But on track. All right. I can't read that. I tried really hard. I've never had any I've had one cognac. That was just a cognac. I've had one Armagnac. That was just an Armagnac. But I've never tiptoed over the line and bought a bottle. And Ardbeg Ugadale is a hell no. Sorry. We'll get to that in my collection at some point tonight. My mom timed out Malcolm Brown. What the heck did he do? Don't time people out for saying the F word, Mom. Don't do it. I love you. Malcolm Brown's a good guy. He just said F those brownies, which is totally it's an honest. That's a first. My mom timed somebody out for using the F word. I love her. But don't do that. I love you though. Only time somebody out if they are using hate speech or call me names or want to murder me or are being sexually aggressive towards women or being creeps. That's when we time people out. But it's still funny as shit though. I almost want to use the F word just to see if she'll time me out. That's so funny. Cupcake prosciutto. Okay. Pretty good for light, sweet, bubbly. Oh. Is that the one that was? Is that the The one. Take early time as bottled and bond to the camping trip. Very solid and good value. I wouldn't take early time. No, I want something that's just like, I want something strong for the camping trip. Something strong. Oh, missed a thing here. Why am I scrolling all terrible tonight? It feels like I haven't done this in a while, but it's only been a week. So funny. Mama Porter runs a clean house. That's so funny. Whiskey Rye the Bourbon Guy, can you still not join to become a member on the phone YouTube app? I don't know. I thought you could. I've become a member of other channels on the phone. So I'm sure you can. I have a Samsung. I'm not sure if that matters or not, but hard to say. Nobody puts Matt in the corner. All right, I'm going to taste number 4 since I haven't yet. Number 4 is good. I like this. It's way different than the first 3. I would say that there's dark berries, there's raisins, there's like a little bit of bitterness to it on the back end, which is why I went, wow. But overall, really nice. Tastes lower proof than a few of these. I probably shouldn't have put the Pfeiffer Pavitt in this lineup because it kind of sticks out, because I think that's what this is. Spoiler alert, I've been way wrong in the past. But that's, I think, what this is. It's good. It's just different than the rest of these. And I've been asked in the past if I recommend the Pfeiffer Pavitt, and I said you need to try it before you buy it because it's expensive. Having had the first 3, which I know I at least enjoy one of them, this hangs in there. That might not be the Pfeiffer Pavitt. That's really good. Not saying that I didn't think that it was. I was just saying it's really good. Dang, that's good. The finish is very dark fruity, very datey, chocolate covered raisin. Really good. I like that a lot. That's the first one they took 2 sips of, I think. I think the first 3 I only took 1 sip of. I do like that a lot. So far, all of these are very enjoyable. And I thought they would be. I kind of knew that they would be. I didn't put any stinkers in here, so. Scrolling through chat. Scrolling. All right. A black art it is. Okay. Oh, Birdhouse BMX says that's most likely Discovery 1 or 2. Well, Discovery 1 was like 122 proof. And I think Discovery 2 was like around 120 proof also. And that drank a little bit lighter than the first 3. So, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, a raisinette. Super smart. Forgot about raisinettes. G2 RO says, is Fusion Series worth a buy? Yeah, it's there's all 4 are different. So at the price point, I always recommend tasting before buying. But my favorite is 3. I really enjoy 2 and 4, and I haven't tasted 1 yet. But 3, okay. Let's see what Porter did. Okay, this is a good solution here. I got a 3 back in November, and I have several bottles to choose from when it comes to drinking whiskey. That's my 3s down here. There. So I would say that's number 2. Son of a bitch. Porter, why did you have to? Okay, this is Series 2. So Series 2 is really good. apparently. Love Series 2. I thought I drank a bunch of Series 3. Oh, here's 3. Okay. Still, same thing. 3 is like, 3 is really good. I think 3 is the one that's like a 4-grain mash bill. Yep, it's got weeded bourbon in it also. I do like 3 a lot. So 2, 3. I think my favorite probably goes 3 to 4. I don't know. The 4 I haven't really got into a lot yet, which I need to. But I'm just going off of memory. But it's a good expression when you want to see what happens when you mix an aged sourced bourbon with a younger bourbon and like different mash bills. It's a good experiment. It's super cool. Definitely worth a try for sure. And they've had a lot of very, very good cocktails with it as well. What did my mom say? That she doesn't like the F word? Is that what she said? Oh, Birdhouse BMX. Where'd that? Okay. Shit. Did I already taste? No. Here, number 5. The Pfeiffer keeps me away from the Dickel. How does the Dickel really come out? I think you're saying that the Dickel keeps you away from the Pfeiffer. So I tasted. So if people out there aren't aware, the Pfeiffer Pavitt is like 10-year Tennessee bourbon finished in the Pfeiffer Pavitt barrels, which these are the Cabernet. It's Cabernet. That's what I was looking for. It's Cabernet barrels. So just like all of their whiskeys, it's finished for 18 months, and it does a really good job of. I'm not sure if the Tennessee whiskey that they sourced didn't have some of the weirdness that some Tennessee whiskey has to begin with, or if the Cabernet finish just kind of wiped them out. But I enjoy it a lot. It's not off-putting at all. I don't get any of like the minerality that I get from some of the Tennessee whiskey. I don't know. So I would say, again, it's not a cheap bottle, so try it before you buy it. But I think that you'd be happy with it for sure. All right, scrolling back down. There she is. My mom says, I absolutely hate the F word. It's a personal thing. I understand, Mom. I love you so much. You're the best. And we all agree that, it's not the best word to use all the time. But you can't just be putting people in timeout for using it. Because you have to be putting me in timeout once in a while. And I don't want that. I love you, though. You're the best. Hey, Kyle True says, hey, all sorry I'm late. Hosted a tasting tonight at my bar. What happened? What kind of a tasting? What did you do? With how many people? Tell us the facts, the deets. Let us know what's going on. It's cold and rainy in Florida, says Dan L. Ha ha. Ha ha. How does bad weather feel? Just kidding. Daniel. Just Daniel. That's a heck of a YouTube name. Hello. Late to the party tonight. ADHD Whiskey. Richie Z Legend. Ben the Demon Hunter Legend. All right. This is number 5. Number 5 is Okay. Number 5 is really, it's really good in a lot of ways, but in other ways, I'm not a huge fan for some reason. And this is me being honest. There is a very astringent note that kind of takes like from the beginning all the way to the back, like the entire way. there's like a stingy astringency that just kind of goes all the way back, and it's still there. And I'm not sure if this is an oak thing, like if it's oak tannins that are just like hanging there, or if it's an alcohol astringency, but it's not off-putting, but it's distracting, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to think of what this tastes like, and I'm trying to figure out what I enjoy about it, but it's really hard to ignore the astringent. It's like a tear. It just goes woof, straight back. I'll have to taste this one again. Huh. Fruit snacks. You ever have like cherry fruit snacks? And there's a lot of cherry notes on these, I know, and I'm sorry, but this is what I'm smelling. One of them was gravy. This one's another cherry one. But it's like if you were to get a whole package of red fruit snacks, and they're not the ones that are like, there's two different types of fruit snacks. They're the ones that are like gel, like really jelly. They're different texture. These ones are like ones that bite in half really easily, kind of texture, more like a gelatin than a jelly on the nose. Let me taste it one more time to see if the astringency has gone away or not. Yeah, it's, you know what? This one might actually benefit from a little bit of water, possibly. And I want to shoot myself in the foot because this could be the apple brandy finish. It could be Discovery 3 or 4 that I have said I love so much. For some reason, you know what though? Oh boy. After tasting the first 4, this one just seems to be a little bit astringent. I don't know what the heck is going on. If it's an oak or what, but I still like it. It's more of a one note kind of thing. It's less of a curvy twirly road and more of a one note cherry oak kind of like zoo straight back. I don't know. I'll come back to it. The more I smell it though, it's kind of funny because the more I smell it, the more I think I'm smelling MGP because I'm getting some red licorice. And I'm wondering if that's like Discovery 3, which is one of my favorites ever, and if it's just kind of acting weird because I've tasted 4 in front of it. Could be. You never know. You never know. All right. This is the last one before we put this. So I think, I should have been keeping track of an order. I think the last one I tasted will probably come bringing up the rear. Maybe. And then the 4th one right there in front of it. And then I think the 2nd one was in 3rd place, maybe. And then the 1st one was in 1st place, and the 3rd one was in 2nd place. I think that's how it went. Sure. Now let me taste and smell this one. Whiskey Central says, we talking Welch's fruit snacks? I don't think so. I think we're talking more like the ones that are opaque, that you can't see through. They're not shiny. They're like, have like a matte finish to them. Those fruit snacks, which I love. Really got through my whiskey collection really good tonight. All right, let's Harborough. Actually, I don't know. I haven't had any Haribo fruit snacks. I've had Haribo friggin' like raspberries, which are the best. Whiskey Central says Mott's are kind of clear. Welch's are matte, I think. Yeah, I think it might be Welch's then. Yeah, could be. I don't know. Once I fruit by the foot, no, but still good. Dieter Lang says Juju fruits. Yes. Dieter Lang, thank you so much. Nailed it, killed it. Totally smart, totally right. The Juju fruits, or the Juju fish, definitely. Those are the exact consistency I'm talking about, for sure. Dieter Lang is smart. He understands. All right, let's get back to the collection here. I went through the unopened bottles. Now let's go to the bottles that I just put on this shelf today. Here we go. I've got an Old Soul 15 year, which was a gift. Thank you for the gift. Man, there are so many gifts in here in this collection. I've received a lot. Thank you all who send, and thank you so much. Off the top of my head, though, remembering who and the names is difficult, but just know that if I mention that it's a gift, that I friggin' love you, and I do remember which ones are gifts. I do. I friggin' do. And the Old Soul 15, right there, friggin' delicious, and it was a gift. It's a great bottle. Thank you so much for that. Whoever gifted me that bottle, damn it, now I feel like a jerk. Got a Bourbon Junkie Swordfish Oil, kind of behind it there. Kentucky Owl Rye Batch 3, Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 9 and Batch 10. And then hanging out way in the back corner is a Doc Swinson 15 year, which is what my video was about today. And she's getting low for show because I love it. Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 4 is right here, which was my friggin' whiskey of the year last year. And then behind that is E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof 2020. Scooting over next to it, I've got a Repeal Batch 4, which is a, what do you call it? Remus Repeal Batch 4. Old Forester 150th over here. Batches 1 and 2. Sam Houston 14 year, which was a gift from the beautiful, glorious DC. Oh, and that Old Carter American I was talking about was my friggin' hotel room gift, my birthday present from the Likes, which the guy knocked on my door. Incredibly cool. As was the Bourbon Batch 9 Kentucky Owl, also a gift from the Like family. I got ahead of myself. Friggin' love the Likes. Oh, gosh, they're the best. They're the best. That Old Carter, if you can find a batch for American whiskey, you know what? If you can find a batch 2, 3, or 4 Old Carter American whiskey, amazing. They're amazing. What they do to those barrels, those are just incredibly, incredibly good. So good. Old Carter, that's so last year. Shut up, Brian. Friggin' Brian. This is the last sip here. Oh my God, that's good. What the heck? This was the last glass of the flight. That is, you know those fluffy red marshmallows, like the marshmallow fluff, the strawberry ones? They're like made by Hostess, I think. That's what that is. Mixed with brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, some oak, with like a cherry syrup drizzle. It's tremendous. So good. Oh, I see my name. Todd. Todd's got that name. Todd's got a name that makes you look twice because you can't help it. Todd Kwarsinski says, Matt, which batch would you want more of Kentucky Owl? Number 9 or number 10? I just got number 10 Monday at retail. Number 10 is tremendous. Number 9 holds a special spot in my heart that I will love forever. When you first open batch 10, do not judge it immediately. Pour yourself a glass, taste through it. Kind of interview it a little bit. Just think what you will, and then let it sit for a few weeks and come back to it. I know that people say that air doesn't change whiskey, but batch 10 Kentucky Owl, after it's opened and there's like a pour and a half, 2 pours out of it, when you go back to it in a few weeks, you're like, what the heck is this? It gets so damn good. Batch 9 is like lights out, oaky, crazy friggin' maple syrupy cinnamon blueberries from the beginning. But batch 10 is tremendous also. I don't think you can go wrong with either. If somebody put a bottle of batch 9 and batch 10 in front of me and they were like, Matt, you must choose only one, I would choose batch 9, if that's your question. If that wasn't your question, then I answered something different. But I still answered something. Kevin Fregosa says, just opened Old Carter Batch 3 American whiskey. It's amazing. Dessert in a glass. So good. So good. It's like rock candy. Like you get like those like downtown touristy towns that make rock candy, or a fair. Some fairs have them. It's like rock candy. And then the next day it turns into like some sort of weird barbecue. It's so damn good. So stinking good. Whiskey Central, thanks for hanging out so much tonight. Friggin' love you. Shayla, if you're not following Whiskey Central on YouTube, you should probably be subscribed to Whiskey Central. You should probably also be subscribed to the Bourbon Wrench, Trev Wilson. Just saying. Probably should be. Matt, how have you not had double oaked? It's just one of those things. Haven't had it. Just haven't had it. Drew Fierstenberger says, does any of the MGP Rima stuff come to Florida? I do not know. Some Floridians could probably answer that. Oh, there is my phone up top. Gonna grab it. It is. A message from somebody important. All right. We'll finish this whole whiskey. We're going to do another whiskey. Like, I've got 2 totes here in front of me and a bunch on the floor. We'll finish. Maybe I'll do a video of the whole whiskey collection thing. I thought this was going to be easier, but it's way more difficult because I can't even get to some of the stuff. But I'll do it. I promise. I think. Sorry. My phone is running this live stream right now, and so I have to grab it. All right. So I need to place these in an order. Porter's order. And I think I have these somewhat set, but we will find out in a second here. I think that the last one I drank is probably the best. Caitlin Brubaker says, we're fixing this. PM me to where the double oak needs to be hand delivered. No. I can tell. I mean, no, because I can just go buy one. But I just haven't. I can tell you some other things I haven't tried before, too, that could be hand delivered. Oh, man. Okay, the last one I drank is holding up super strong. I just tasted it again, and I love it. Matt's favorite scotch? I don't know. It's a great question. I'm not quite sure Matt has a favorite scotch. He might not. He doesn't. I don't like scotch for that much. I take it back. I have tried, what do you call it? Octomore. I tried an Octomore that I really enjoyed. I'd say that probably Octomore, one of the Octomores, is my favorite that I've had. Kyle True says, Matt, have you had Old Hamer bourbon from Indiana? I have not. 99% corn, 1% malted barley. If not, I'll send you some. Very unique flavor profile. Kyle True. I have not had Old Hamer, but I have this. I'll grab it. It's like right here by my foot. That was quick and easy. This is J. Riger. It's private stock. It's a Bourbon Women of Chicago. It's a pick. It's a 6-year MGP. It's barrel strength MGP, and it's the 99% corn, 1% malted barley. And you're right, it is unique for sure. Definitely unique. And different. The Mash Bill. Friggin' Mash Bill. Swagner himself. Sorry I'm late. Just want to say hi. Been doing research for my live tomorrow. I'll have to catch the replay. By the way, you're awesome. No, Stanley, you're awesome. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Stanley Wagner Jr., the Mash Bill on YouTube. Stanley Wagner Jr. is the best, and you just never know when he's going to go live. He could go live like right now, and you just would be like, interesting. He's live, like 6 o'clock in the morning. He's live. Like, what are you doing? He's like, just felt like doing it. You just never know. Caitlin says, what else needs to come with the double oaked? Oh, so many things, Caitlin. I'm just kidding. You need to hand deliver anything. Kilco says, don't you dare have anyone sub to my channel. Then I might not be able to keep up with the chat during a stream. Whatever you guys are doing, do not subscribe to Kilco because he said so. Maybe do it. Maybe do it. All right. Man, this is good. This order is going to be weird because I do not know which one is which. I thought I might be able to pick some stuff out. Those two are what I thought were my top two are going to be difficult to choose between. Now let's see if there's a problem choosing between three. My top three. Oh, there might be. That smells good too. Smells so good. Todd Kwasinski says, oh man, I'm sorry, Todd, for wrecking your name. Thanks, Bromo. That's a great, I like that. I'm going to use that, Bromo. Just cracked open a Widow Jane 15-year batch 1. Oh, the 15-year. I've had some very good Widow Jane, for sure. Some real good ones. Friggin' Todd. I need to make an order the correct order. That's why I'm being quiet for a second. The nose on this glass is really good. Does it belong in third place? I think it does. Let me try this glass. It's better. I shouldn't have done this. Now I'm concerned. Do I trust my palate or don't I? Come on, Porter. Put it together. You trust your palate. You trust your judgment. I'm terrified. Nothing to be terrified about. I know I love Discovery 3. I know I love Discovery 4. I know I love the apple brandy finish. I know I really, really, really enjoy Discovery 2. And I know that when I had Discovery 1, it was like one of my best whiskeys of 2019. The Pfeiffer Pavitt is new to me, and I also enjoy it. So I guess the winner's going to be the winner, right? Am I right? Trying to catch up with chat here. Then we're going to call it a night here probably in about 10 minutes. Probably going to call it a night in about 10 minutes here. I just want to make sure I get my order correct. There's no losers. You're right. Oh, wait a minute. Now this glass smells extra caramelly. Caramel, milk chocolate. What the heck? The nose on this one's ridiculous. Oh my. Where did that come from? Oh my goodness gracious. Where did you come from? Who does number 4 work for? What on earth? You're lovely, and I love it. Don Holland, hey, thank you. You're the best. Drew Fürstenberger says, where did you procure that High West Double Rye Oloroso? That was from Cloud9 Liquors or Riverside Liquors in like Grand Rapids, Michigan. They both have those, and they still have some as far as I know. Hey, the podcast is in the house. Can you say the nose on this is ridiculous in 2021? Let me find out. I think I just did. The nose on this is ridiculous in 2021. Podcast. Friggin' it. Oh, shit, yeah. Will or the Grease is in the house, and I love them both. I am so excited for Whiskey Weekend, I can hardly contain myself. Hardly. Hey, podcast, if you're Will or the Grease. We were just talking about this earlier. It's the Grease. Okay, good. Thank goodness. Whew, now I can relax. Grease, are there still tickets available for Whiskey Weekend or not? Because I thought that there might be, but I didn't want... Son of a bitch, he says, Will. Ugh, it's rough. It's rough. Will sucks. Never mind. I'm not going anymore. You're messing with me. I think this one's better. Damn, that's good. I think I like this more than number 3, I think. 15 tickets still available. Awesome. So Whiskey Weekend Batch 3, I talked about it once before. I'll talk about it once again since now I know there are still tickets left. I was invited to be a special guest, and I accepted. Because if I said no, that'd be really stupid, considering I love Will, and I love the Grease, and I love the podcast, and I love everything they do in the whiskey community. They invited me to be a guest, and I was like, hells yeah. So I believe it's April 21st to the 24th. Somewhere in there. Yeah, it's whiskeytainment.com. It kind of goes over everything that's happening. There's meetups. There's like special tastings with distilleries. Dixon Dedman will be there for private tastings. There's plated dinners. There's live podcasting. And I might be doing a live stream from there, amongst a lot of other things. And so much shenanigans, you couldn't even spell shenanigans when you were there, for sure. I'm their people. That makes me feel so good. E.H. Taylor, tornado survivor, will be on site. Well, hopefully it can survive Matt Porter, because I wreak havoc worse than a tornado. My mom says 22nd through the 25th. That's pretty close. You know what? I think I might like this one more. All right. I think I have an order. I think I have an order of these Bardstown products. For sure. I think I might. And by for sure, I mean not quite sure. Yeah, my mom's on top of it. Preston Adcock, with a great name, says, get the podcast to 1,000. Oh, my gosh. That's oh, my gosh. Preston Adcock. Add whatever, however. Yes. How many subscribers does the podcast have on YouTube? There's 235 people in chat. Please, if you are not subscribed to the podcast, Go over there now and hit subscribe because they need 1,000. They deserve like 1,000,000, but 1,000's like right there. Wow, why didn't I say that? I'm such a jerk. Get 850? There's 230 in chat. How many of you aren't subscribed to the podcast? Do it. Do it. If you don't do it, then I won't reveal my flight. I won't do it. I'll sit here. I will sit here, and I won't even know the results. I'll sit here tired, overworked with all this work, not knowing the results, with my wife begging me to stop this and come to bed until you just subscribe. So do it. Madeira Diary says, even I need subs. Sounds like a pretty sensual name, Madeira Diaries. 850. Let's see how many we can get. Let's see how many we can get before the end of the night. And with that, I'm going to reveal my flight. They do have great content, Josh. You're right. My mom loves the podcast. They're great. Will and the Grease are great. They're from Tennessee, and they're the only 10s I see, which is a funny joke from when I was 7. But honestly, their podcast is ridiculously good. It's hilarious. It's the best. So listen to the podcast when you listen to podcasts, and subscribe to them on YouTube because they do a bunch more stuff on YouTube. Done. Easy sub. Will is okay. I totally agree. He is the Sean. How do you put it? I don't even know how to word it. But yeah, you guys know what I mean. If we could fire Will, we would, but we can't. So we just tolerate Will and tell him we love him, even though he's the fun police. But maybe that's needed. All right. What's your favorite Four Roses recipe? Just says Justin Jenkins. Why did I read that out loud? Because I wanted to irritate myself, apparently. OES, I don't know. I don't care. Buckeye Piper says, that was savage AF. I don't know. Okay. Last place. I think this is last place. Yeah. Not a huge fan of that. Still good. It's good. I like that, but it's just got that one astringent zap right through it. Could just be my palate tonight. We'll find out. Fourth place, very raisiny, very datey, very raisinetty. Yeah, that's got to be the Pfeiffer Pavitt. I like it a lot. It doesn't do as much for me as the top 4. It's just different. It's really good. It's very raisiny, very datey, very dark fruits, a little bit lower proof. Super good. By the way, these are all tremendous, if I didn't mention it. So I'm just kind of like nitpicking to see which one I like the most. None of these are bad. They're not. I'd buy any one of these at any point because they're good. Todd Kwarczynski says, you did perfect saying my last name. Another great show, Bromo. Oh, Bromo. Such a good one. All right. We will be done before midnight, I promise. I just want to make sure this order is correct. That's chocolatey. That's so good. The top four could switch places at any point on any given day. Do I like this more than that? There's no way. Did you say Raisinetti or Aquanetti? I said Raisinetti, Vinny. Wigmaster says, done before midnight. The ADHD fishing saga. One last cast. Yeah, that's bit me in the ass a lot of times. Madeira Diaries just subscribed to the podcast. Hells yeah. They're the best. They're the best. Friggin'. Okay. I'm switching my third and fourth place. For sure. I just did that because I can, and I did. And I feel very comfortable with that decision making. Now I need to taste my first place again. I kind of know what number 2 tastes like. It's an oaky, nutty deliciousness. But number 1, let me just taste number 1 one more time. Yes. All right, we have an order. We have an order for tonight. This is the order. Hopefully, whoever was in charge here took care of this order when Porter told of the order. If not, we're in trouble. This was a flight between Bardstown Discovery Series 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Bardstown Apple Brandy Finished, Copper and Kings, and Bardstown Pfeiffer Pavitt Reserve number 2. All of these were delicious, and I have zero problem with a price tag on any of these, not even knowing what order they're in, because they were all very good. None of them were bad at all. Oh, I'm not in charge. Not at all. Okay. Last place was A, which was Bardstown Discovery Series 1. Who would know? Who would have known? That was like my number 3 whiskey of the year in 2019. So good. But compared to the rest, this has like a little bit of an astringency, an oaky astringency, kind of a weird compared to the rest. Just kind of a zippy. It's good, but it's just not as good as the rest. That's all I have to say about that. So if that says anything, that's that Bardstown Bourbon Company keeps getting better. So Discovery Series 1 is in 6th place. In 5th place is letter F, which was the Pfeiffer Pavitt, because it was friggin' Pfeiffer Pavitt, I think. So yeah, I was right. This was the Pfeiffer Pavitt. That's in 5th place. So far, understandable. The top 4 are difficult because the top 4 were all very, very good. If I had to guess, which I don't want to, but I would if somebody prompted me to, I have no idea. I think I know what number 2 is. I do not know what number 1 is. I do not know what number 3 or 4 is. I think number 2 is Discovery 4. I think. Could be wrong. In 4th place is letter C, which is Discovery Series 3 is in 3rd place. Incredible. No, 4th place. That's 4th place. In 4th place, yeah. So Discovery Series 3 came in 4th place, which is, I switched 3rd and 4th, so this was in 3rd place, and I switched it last second kind of thing. Matster rankings. I know, my rankings are terrible. They're so bad. Thank you for the super chat, though. All right. Yeah, because I did A for number 1, B for number 2, C for number 3. All right. Just the way this works. All right. 3rd place is E, which is Apple Brandy. No kidding. Did number 2 win? Did Discovery Series 2 win? No kidding. No way. Because I think 2nd place was 4. And that would be D. So, D, I was right. That means tonight, B was in first place. Weird. I've never done this before. I've never tasted Discovery Series 1, 2, 3, and 4 together. But if I were to have blinded just the Discovery Series tonight with a couple mixed in, fourth place was 1, third place was 3, which I thought was going to come in second place. Second place was 4, which I thought would come in first place. And first place was 2. What the heck? Number 2? Ridiculous. That's good. What the heck? Who does number 2 work for? Number 4, though. Okay. This is the way I look at it. Number 1, 3. No. Shit. Let me say this again. Number 2 and number 3 are similar, and they're very good. And number 1. But 1 is less good compared to what I think. Number 4 is different. Number 4 is a different profile altogether, and is very, very good too. I don't know. Yeah, I like number 4. But I can't believe that Apple Brandy came in third. That's weird, because Apple Brandy is like my favorite. Jeez Louise. Again, though, when you do them blind and in a flight, when you taste something, the thing you tasted before, it changes it. So there's that. Justin Jenkins says, love your friggin' channel, buddy. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Justin Jenkins. You're the best. Oh, the podcast says, is the Copper and Kings a cask strength single barrel? No, it is. Okay. I know it came in third tonight, but when I drink it by itself, it's like my favorite Bardstown product ever, I thought. But it is it's 12, I think it's 12 year. I think it's 12-year MGP, finished for 18 months in a Copper and Kings apple brandy barrel. And I think it's bottled at cask strength. Is it 10 or 12 years? Oh no, it's 11. It's an 11-year-old MGP bourbon, cask strength, 120.4 proof, finished for 18 months in a Copper and Kings apple brandy barrel. It didn't win tonight. I thought it would win. Son of a bitch. Why am I always wrong about stuff? It's my favorite, though. I'll stand by it. Even though it wasn't my favorite tonight, it's my favorite. Speaking of favorites, watch. That's my favorite. It just spins. It spins so good. So apparently, okay, I've got lots of questions asking me if Discovery 2 is as good as Discovery 3 and 4 because people still see them on shelves. Hells yeah. Discovery 2 is amazing. So good. So buy them up. All right. We're going to call it quits tonight. We didn't get into the entire collection, which was the entire point of the video tonight, the entire point of the live stream. But there was way too much. It would have been a shit show. It would have been so bad. I'm going to make a video of the entire collection, and it will make for terrible content. Nobody will watch it, but I'll still make it because I think that a few people out there want it. I've had the question a lot. So yeah, we'll do that in the future. I thought it was going to be tonight, but it just didn't happen. Didn't work out. 217 people watching still. Thank you all so much. I love each and every one of you. You make my dreams come true. And by dreams, I mean I love you all. You're all the best. Coming up on the channel, this is what to look forward to. This weekend, I'm getting a new microphone for my videos. So I was wearing a lavalier microphone, which was very cheap, but decent. The new one is less cheap and supposed to be better, which is cool. So I'm getting a new microphone. And then, like I said at the very beginning, I ordered new lighting. So I'm going to get new lighting, new microphone, which is going to be great. So cool. Can't wait to make videos when that stuff arrives. Hopefully it works out great and I don't regret it. You know how changes are. When you change something, it's like, is it a change for the better or for the worse? Hopefully the better. Crossing my fingers. It's for the better. Also, next week, next Friday, I will be live here and here. I think, pretty sure, 99% sure. I'll be live here. And we're going to have special guests. Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews will be in the house. And Jason C. from the Mash and Drum. The best. Those guys are awesome. And they're going to be right here, 10 p.m. next week. And then on the 5th of March, Trev Wilson and Cameron from Drums and Drams will be live on the channel with me as well. And we're going to just rock it out. I'm going to send them a flight, world's top whiskey taster style, and they're going to battle it out. We're going to find out which one of them has the best palate on the planet between them. So that's what's up. I'm excited. It's going to be a fun time. My name is Matt. Thank you all for jumping in tonight. Love you all so much. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, the Roop is correct. Unless my mom is watching, then she'll just ban you. Keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on advertising one thing, like going over your entire whiskey collection and then not doing it because bait and switch. That's what I did tonight. I'm so sorry. It'll happen eventually. It'll happen. All right. Good night, Mom. Good night, everybody. Love you all so much. It's bedtime for this guy, and that's all. So once I find out where the StreamYard link is, I can end the broadcast. And big winky face.